Hey everyone, welcome to the second part of the Architectural Visualization AI traffic system. In the first part, I've showed you how to quickly rig a vehicle to be used inside the Unreal Engine. In this next part, we'll import the vehicle and create a few setup steps for the vehicle to work with the AI traffic system. I also want to note, although I've designed this for the ArcViz, it is possible to also work in the gaming industry, but I've not tested it for any game platforms. So with that said, let's continue. Okay, so we should be left off where you're ready to import your vehicle. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose import, and it's already given me the option for a skeletal mesh and import the mesh. So that's good to go. And if you do have materials that you want to include with yours, make sure you do have the create material option as well. So I'm just go ahead and import and give this a second. Okay, so after your import is completed and successful, you should have something like this. And if you go ahead and open up your vehicle, you should see in your skeletal tree your bones are set up correctly. And the next thing we need to do is make sure that um, our physics is correct for the vehicle. So if you go over here under the physics tab, you'll see here that my vehicle is not correctly set up for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this guy here and we're gonna change it from a capsule to a box. And let's see here to regenerate bodies. And here we go. So this is going to be for the main vehicle base. So what I'm gonna do now is just position this to where I think that it's a reasonable location for the collision. Uh, so far, it's actually not too terrible. So what I can do is just go ahead and maybe scale it down a little bit. Um, Fix rotation on it some. Get rid of the snapping. Um, yeah, just for this demonstration purpose, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. So next, I'm just go ahead and move on to the wheel, and this could probably be a sphere. Go ahead and regenerate. That may actually work. You're welcome to, in your case, make sure that your collisions for each bone is the way you like it. So, maybe you don't want a sphere, maybe you want to use a capsule uh, or another shape to align for your bones. But I think this is going to work for this tutorial. So, all right. So after this, we're going to go ahead and we need a what do we need? We're going to need a vehicle wheel blueprint. So I'm going to go ahead and um, save this really quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a vehicle wheel blueprint. This is going to control the front wheel and the back wheels. So it's going to be two blueprints, and this will control them dynamically. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and type in vehicle vehicle wheel, select vehicle wheel, and I'm going to call this one car example rear wheels. Give it a second, and I'm going to duplicate it with Control W, car example front wheels. Give it a second. All right, and so yeah, inside these is just basically, um, the dynamic control over the wheels. So, it's up to you if you want to change any of this. In my case, I'm probably not going to need to. But next, we're going to create a animation blueprint. So next, under animation blueprint, we're going to select the vehicle animation instance, and we're going to select the car example skeletal. Say OK. Car example blueprint. That's fine. You can name it whatever you want. A second, and now inside our car animation blueprint, here's our car, and we need to create an output pose. This is going to actually control the wheels rotating. So without this, your wheels will just uh, look like they're not moving, and that's not what we want. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a mesh space reference pose, and from here we're going to create a wheel handler for wheeled vehicles. That's right, and then we're going to create a component to loco, and that's it. That's pretty much the extent of our blueprint for uh, throughout this entire process. And go ahead and compile, save. All right, so next we're going to start the process of creating the AI car to work with the plugin. So here we go. All right, first we're going to need to set up the AI traffic inside the AI traffic folder. We're going to select the AI car source, right click on that, create child blueprint class. Then we're going to go ahead and name this AI car example. You can name it whatever you want, underscore child. Give it a second. And inside here, this is where our vehicle is going to be driven. So first thing we're going to want to do is select the mesh. And under the mesh, we're going to change the animation class to our AI car example blueprint. And we're also going to select the skeletal mesh, obviously, of the car example. And then we're going to um, take note of your material IDs for what you have your light set up. That is in case you've set your vehicle up to have the brake light work, the headlights work, and a turn signal for left and right. In my case, I've got red light for element 6, for the brake light, headlights, element 5. Uh, element 9 and 10 are the two turn signals for left and right. Um, the next thing we're going to want to do is under the vehicle movement, you will see an option for the wheel setup. And under the wheel setup or vehicle setup and the wheel setup, this is where you're going to want to make sure you have your 4 wheels located here. And you do want to switch your wheel class to whatever wheels that you have set up. In this case, I've got a car example front wheels, so I could change it to that and name the bone according to whatever wheel you're setting up. So in this case, 0 is front left for me, 1 is going to be front right for the name of the bone. And again, if you go back to your vehicle, you can see which bone is located where and what the name of it is. Um, and again, switch this is front, part of the front group, and this is the rear wheel. So I'm going to select a rear wheel, and the last wheel will be obviously rear wheel. And also make sure for your rear wheels, disable steering is checked off. It should be by default. Um, and then back to the AI car example, you will see some options that is for setting up your IDs that I mentioned earlier. For example, this brake light material ID is 6, headlight is 5. Um, there should be for yeah. Here's a turn left material ID, turn right material ID, and you can set up you know specific materials if you wanted to. So um, after that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and compile, and it should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag the car out, place it here, and don't worry, this is a test scene that I've created. Um, I will go over everything on how it all works on the functionality in another video. But for now, let's just go ahead and test it and seeing if the vehicle works. So first path, I'm select here, and it should go ahead and follow the path with the wheels turning. Yep, there it goes. So thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one.